All right, full disclosure, I've already shot this video.
10 lessons that I've learned in 10 years.
We're a few days out from 2023, and I started thinking about this video again, and I kind of want to do over with it. So I'm going to riff on these 10 tips, and I hope give you something that, as you start your new year, is hopefully inspire you at whatever stage of your creative journey you're on. All right, let's get it. 2012, connect with people in the industry. It's a bit of a weird one because it's when I started my career, working random contract gigs. Something that I look back on that I needed to do more of was cultivating the connections I already had in the industry. You have no idea if your barber or hairdresser is gonna maybe want some photos for a website. Are you a web designer? Maybe they're gonna want a brand new website. A photographer? Maybe they want some headshots. Everybody is a connection in one way or the other. And this attitude of I can do it alone is a novel idea, but it's only going to get you so far. Every connection has the potential to be that contact that's going to take you to the next level. 2013, everything you've ever done has an impact. And all this means is just save your old work. The point is that you don't know when or why you're going to want to recall an old video or an old project. So make sure you are saving and archiving these things. You may not realize that the random short film you made with your buddies when you were 14 is ever going to have an impact on you and is ever going to actually have an impact on your future career. Just save your old work. You have no idea when or if you will ever want them again, but I promise if you do want them, you're going to feel really when you realize that that one tape that you wish you had from your buddies back when you were 12 and 13 is nowhere to be found. And yeah, that's oddly specific because I'm still pissed that I threw out that tape. 2014, hard work works. Bust your ass. Be the first one in and the last one out. Never be the person who says, that's not my job. Find a way to always be helpful and always be doing something. Put in the time and the effort, but understand that your health and your well-being should come first. You want to bust your ass, but you don't want to neglect your health. Make sure you are saving time for yourself. My time is in the morning. I'm up at 5:30, I'm out the door, and I'm going to the gym. And then I have the rest of the day for what I need to do. I have the rest of that day because I've put in the time in the morning to get a lift in, to get the heart pumping, to treat myself first, and to make sure that my health is taken care of. Find the time for yourself so that you free up time for everything else you have to do. Remember, it doesn't matter how hard you work if you're constantly feeling sick and run down. 2015, make it a habit to never stop learning. I think this is the single most important tip for any young creative who wants to continue to level up in their career. This is how you grow and this is how you get better. I remember back when I worked at bodybuilding.com, and every day I'd head up to my desk and I would skim through every video blog I could find. Cinema 5D, Petapixel, News Shooter, Pro Video Coalition. I could keep going because I'd have like 10 or 12 tabs open. My whole thing was that I was never going to let education be a thing that was going to stop me in my career. I have a bookshelf full of business and photography. You name it, I've got it, and I've gone through it, and I've marked it up, and I am constantly re-referencing those to keep myself fresh. Understand that learning is forever, and that learning is what is going to make you the best creative in the world. One more thing on that. This is also a little bit of a lesson to myself, because in the past few years, I have not been as diligent about staying up on industry trends as I wish I should, or as I should have been. So if anything, this is more of a point to myself. Colin, keep learning. Learning never ends. 2016, find your tribe and work with the absolute best people you can. You want to make sure that the people around you in your life are providing you that value that is going to help you improve. You will open up so many more opportunities for yourself. So yes, while it may feel like you are cutting some people out, understand that by doing that, you as a creative will improve, you as a person will improve, and through that improvement, You will meet other people who want you to push them the same way you want them to push you. And that is finding your tribe, because your tribe is going to push you the same way you will push them. Those are the relationships that are going to make you better, not just career-wise, but personally. And arguably, that's more important. 2017, comfort is the killer of creativity. Always be open to new opportunities. This is what's going to help keep you fresh and constantly pushing yourself to keep leveling up and to keep doing more and more creatively. Be willing to travel. Be willing to take that new job. Be willing to shake things up so you can throw yourself out of your comfort zone. And growth happens when you're out of your comfort zone. Do something that is going to shake up your day-to-day, because that's where you're going to grow. Doesn't matter what it is, find something that you can change in your life to give you that spark, to give you that little extra push to do something else. Growth happens when you go from point A to point B. Whatever happens in between, that's all part of the ride. When you start to feel like you're turning on that autopilot, losing that creative spark, take that as your sign to change things up. Do something that's going to inspire some sort of creative shakeup in your life. 2018, take everything as an opportunity to learn and to grow. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, you can learn from everything. I've learned how to light from my mistakes. I've learned to light from my successes. I've learned how to manage from good managers. I've learned how to manage from bad managers. I've learned what I liked versus what I didn't like from projects. You can learn from everything. So I would actually implore any creative out there to take a look at the last 5 projects you've done and really critique the hell out of them. See what you like versus what you didn't like. What worked, what didn't. The whole point of that self-reflection is to learn from it and to grow from it. So by really being your toughest critic, you're going to force yourself to learn and grow from that critique. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The whole point of being a creative is to keep growing and to keep learning. So by taking this self-critique on yourself, you don't have to worry about someone else potentially hurting your feelings by tearing apart your work. You're doing it yourself. You're taking it upon yourself to break your work down and to learn from that. 2019, bad times never last. Understand that whatever you're going through, job, personal, creative writer's block, whatever it is, know that those bad times will never last. And you look back on those times as, honestly, short experiences in the grand scheme of life. And you can learn from those experiences. But you have to know that whatever you're going through, those bad times will not last. And that your next big break could be right around the corner. I know it sucks. But take it from me. Things will always get better. 2020, pivot and adapt quickly. Now, I don't know if I need to remind anyone about what happened in 2020, but through that process, I learned just how quickly you need to think on your feet and how quickly you need to be willing to adapt to an ever-changing landscape. For lack of a better term, you never want to be caught with your pants down. You want to be so forward-thinking that you always have a backup plan. And it seems like something that is just innately known, that you always need option B and you always need option C. But until you are neck deep in prep and everything is going to shit, you're forgetting the age-old adage, if it can go wrong, it 100% will. And I know I just messed that up. Things are always going to go wrong. Things are always going to happen. And I don't know if the original plan has ever worked out. You got to be able to pivot at the last second. You got to be willing to change everything on the day because something went wrong. If you're willing to roll with those punches, you'll realize you're miles above where so many other people are on that same set, who will shut down at the first sign of adversity. If you always have that backup plan ready, you're going to find yourself miles ahead. 2021, you 100% control your own opportunities. If you see that it has value, then do it. The worst thing you can do at any career is be waiting around for someone to tell you what to do, because you never want to be caught not doing something. So much of my career was built on finding these little opportunities that I thought would be important, and I took it upon myself to just do it. You want to have something done before anyone even asks you to do it. Think of it that way. Say you're assisting a photographer and you have a general idea how this person likes to work. You know, they like to start off with some natural light photos and then they roll into some strobe work. As that photographer is shooting these natural light portraits, take a little time and start prepping those strobes. So when that person is ready for strobes, that photographer doesn't have to turn around and ask, "Can I get the strobes?" You're already walking them over to them. You just got yourself hired again. Find those opportunities. Don't wait for someone to ask you to do something. Find those opportunities and get them done. Ugh. Hated that I just said that. Get her done. And to wrap it up, 2022, set goals and do something every day that's going to get you closer to achieving those goals. You can't overemphasize the importance of goal setting in honestly any part of life. But a goal can't just be something that's written down on a paper. Say you want to make a feature film. You need to make sure that every day you're doing a little something toward achieving that goal. Are you scripting? Are you casting? Are you finding a crew? Whatever needs to be done to achieve that ultimate goal, you got to start picking away at that piece by piece. So any goal you want to achieve is probably going to have countless tasks underneath it that need to get done to actually achieving the ultimate goal. And you're never going to get to that ultimate goal if you don't chip away at all the tasks underneath it. And to make this a manageable thing, you want to be doing something every day that's going to get you to finally checking off that ultimate goal. You want to make sure you're setting yourself up the best way you can. What is happening? What is dinging? You want to make sure you're setting yourself up as best you can. And the easiest way I know how to do that is just doing a little something every day, where it makes the ultimate thing that you want to get done far more manageable when you can do a little something for it every day. So there you have it. 10 tips, 10 years. If you liked it, give that thumbs up and let me know in the comments. What are things that you've learned? What are the things that over the years you've picked up on that stick with you, that continue to guide you creatively? Let me know down below. All right, peace.